Konnichiwa mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And after watching yesterday's video, I've decided to do another rant. This one more in an interesting kind of positive way, I suppose. When it comes to the entertainment industry, and especially the one in Japan, is ridiculous in terms of some of their laws that they have there. Like, you are not allowed to date if you're an idol. And a lot of these agencies, I think most of them pretty much, they have a little contract thing that says you're not allowed to date while you're part of a group and stuff. Now, this isn't necessarily something that is new. It's been around for a long, long time, and I don't think it's necessarily just in the Japanese music industry. I think it's also prevalent in most of the Asian countries in that sense. I don't believe anywhere else has it. I know North America doesn't usually, and England and all that. I mean, you hear about bands in North America all the time that there's people that go and date. Look at Justin Bieber. He dated Selena Gomez, and it's just a normal thing. It's a normal human thing. People date. That's how it is. In Japan, specifically, they are very much against it because it could hurt the brand. It's not just an idol group thing either. It's just individual idols. Johnny's is very, very strict on this rule as well. Johnny's encompasses a lot of the boy bands. You look at AKB48 and a bunch of the girl bands. I mean, it's huge. It's especially huge among the girls, unfortunately, than compared to the guys. But there is also the guys aren't supposed to be able to do it either. There's been several cases where the idols have had to resort to sneaking around and trying to do stuff in secret because they're falling in love with stuff, or you have normal hormonal urges and things, and it's what it is. It's called being human, alright? That's what it is. But there was one girl from AKB48 that shaved her head because she had brought shame to her group for dating, and that's just wrong. Why should someone feel humiliated for falling in love? Why is society so bad that that's what they do? Falling in love, being proud of your body, that's always shamed. But when it comes to things like violence and war, that's totally fine. But when it comes to just natural human stuff, it's so aggravatingly annoying. Anyways, recently a judge in Japan threw out a case of an agency that was suing one of their idols for dating someone, and this could be a landmark ruling, kind of like we were talking about the Supreme Courts and stuff like that with the cosplay thing, and keep an eye on that. This is another one to keep an eye on, because for years the idol agencies and stuff have been winning these things. They've either terminated contracts of some of the idols caught dating, or they have forced them to pay millions of yen or do shameful things. And Johnny's is really bad for that. They cause their idols to have to do shameful things just for going on dates and stuff, and it's just it ruins the purity. It's kind of, South Park did a very good episode of this when it was based on the Jonas Brothers and the purity rings, and they had Mickey Mouse and I don't know, it was just, and Drawn Together's done things like this too. But it's prevalently and ridiculous, and it's something that's very outdated, and just like so many other things are outdated, and now there's such an advancement in the world in terms of acceptance. Why can't this be accepted as well? These are people that, yes, their jobs are performers and stuff, but why should they not be allowed to go out and enjoy themselves with other people, or have relationships with them? Some get in trouble for dating fans. Some of them are, it's no different than, say, someone working at Starbucks not being allowed to date someone just because it would destroy the customer service-ness, happiness, or availability of these people, or a strip club, or just a bar in general not allowing their people to go and date because, again, that would take them off the market, or kind of, you're talking about, you're using sexuality to sell, and they do that all the time in terms of using, like making sure all these performers have these hot bodies, and that they do all these gyrating movements and all that kind of stuff. So there's that form of the sexuality. They're using the sexuality, like, say at Hooters, for example, there's women with big breasts, and they wear kind of tight things. You have the strippers doing the same sort of a thing. So you're using sexuality there, but you're inhibiting the sexuality in terms of personal lives and things. So you're encroaching on their personal lives versus their work lives. It's stupid. It's mind-boggling how law allows this to happen. But anyway, this judge has thrown this case out, and so now there is some power that is coming to these idols and these people in general against these huge companies and stuff. So it's going to be another interesting thing to watch, and I am totally behind this. I think that it's great. The choice of words that the judge used were also very interesting. Basically, he was saying that had she gone into this maliciously and dated someone to specifically hurt the company, and there was evidence for this, then yes, he would have gone on the company side. But there's no evidence of this. She just was wanting to date someone just for because, and that's great. But he also said that he mentioned the opposite sexes a lot. Now, I have to wonder if, say, a celebrity was gay or lesbian or transgender or whatever, there's so many different terms out there that I'm still learning. I don't mean to offend anyone by not mentioning them, but what if it was a gay person wanting to date another gay person? Like, would that have any kind of change in this lawsuit? So the wording of it was very interesting to that. But whatever, one victory for now. We'll take things as it goes. That's just how society is. Nothing's ever really moved quickly on it, except hate, of course, because that's human nature. So anyway, I think you guys get the point. I'm very excited about this. I think it's a great step in the right direction, and hopefully it'll help change the future in terms of if this comes up again, because it shouldn't be sexuality that sells stuff. It should actually be what you care about, the music. I've mentioned before in one of my parody songs, what happened to liking it for storyline, character, and plotline? You are not a true fan, baby. You hate a series, and this is crazy. You used to like it, but now it's mainstream. It kind of falls under that umbrella in some sort of way. If you like something, like it for what it is, not just because the person that's doing it is overly sexualized for it. I mean, come on. It's ugh. And my dad has a very interesting way of putting things. He says sometimes I guess in his words, ugliest people, like kind of not necessarily the most appeasing to look at, have the absolute most amazing voices. And I mean, again, it's all in terms of the way your perception of what is beautiful, what's ugly, what not. But it's like not judging a book by its cover. You should enjoy the music for what it is. And this is a whole other thing that I'm going to quickly delve into just because. My brother doesn't like anything that's on the radio right now. None of the newer stuff, none of the pop songs. He hates Adele, he hates Lorde, he hates One Direction, Justin Bieber. Pretty much anything that's new that's on the radio. He prefers classic rock and all that kind of stuff. He says that there's no meaning to the music anymore. In some ways, okay, maybe he's right, but in other ways he doesn't listen to them long enough to realize that some of these people are able to come up with some great stuff. One point he always throws at me is Nicki Minaj. He doesn't like her very much. But if anyone takes the time to listen to more than just one or two of the songs that are on the radio or just in general, and you can see that these people are multi-talented. Nicki, for example, has this beautiful song called Grand Piano. I love it. It's wonderful. It's nothing like a lot of her rap stuff. But even her rap stuff has a lot of deeply emotional things coming from her. Yes, some of it is kind of trifle in some ways, but those are more fun, like Stupid Ho and I love that. I love that song. Anaconda is great. I just love the absurdness of it and the fun of it. The point is to have fun with the music and yes, have an emotional attachment to it, but at the same time, just enjoy it for what it is. He turns around and he's saying that, oh, well, I don't like anything new, but then he loves Drake's song Hotline Bling, which I personally can't stand. I mean, that's a new song. He likes the absurdity of it, that it's different, but it's not really that different. He says it kind of sounds like elevator music, which it really does. Anyway, everybody has different opinions. People fight about stuff all the time. everyone's entitled to their opinions and stuff like that, and I think that's what makes this world a great place, is that you are entitled to your opinions in some places. In other parts of the world, you're not. And the fact that I can stand here and rant about things, and that you guys are watching it, and you give me your opinions and stuff too, that's great. One of the videos that I did a while ago, the very first time I recorded myself doing Unapologetically, my parody of Unconditionally by Katy Perry. I did it in my room dressed as Sailor Moon, and there's a comment on there by a YouTuber, and the comment is, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I loved that. I loved the fact that, you know, I could elicit that kind of a response out of somebody, because, especially for that song, because it just goes to show, you know, that there are people out there that are just, yeah, whether he was trolling or whatnot, I don't care. But I responded with a link to myself performing it at the closing ceremonies at Anime Revolution last year, and with over 3,000 people in the room cheering. So being able to use things as a platform and get rid of hate, or show people that, you know, their small way of thinking things, or just being so negative all the time, is horrible. It's great to be able to do that. So I don't know how this video turned into this, but anyway, that's this video for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Again, leave comments below. I love hearing from you guys. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. And I'm letting you know too that my website is going to be up this year, thank goodness. I'm in the process of putting stuff together, working with my friend Tamara. So thank you, Tamara, for working on it with me, because I don't know anything about technology really. And it's jeremyandrosoff.com. Right now there's not a lot up there, but eventually I'll have stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Jamat the Namina, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.